Good morning with a misty, beautiful sunrise over the town of Todi, here from Convento di San Giacomo in Umbria, Italy. In this video, I want to introduce you to another huge project, which is the air conditioning. So I'll tell you about our plans for that, and then I'll show you our first ever attempt at using the convent's enormous old wood-fired brick oven. I'll also share more about the problems in the cloister with water and damp, and I'll update you on a few other projects around the grounds, especially the pool. This is why I would like to do an energy system overhaul at the convent someday. Our heating is done with propane, which is extremely expensive. We don't have municipal gas lines here. We don't have any gas lines serving the property. So they bring it, they truck it in, and then they put it in a huge tank. This is how they do it. By driving backwards. Oh my goodness. The air conditioning equipment has arrived, and I'm really confronted with the scale of what we're going to be doing by implementing air conditioning here. Oh my God. We are installing air conditioning. This is a huge project, and it feels like an even bigger project than the pool for a number of reasons. One, it'll be really disruptive because it'll affect the interiors of the convent. The other reason why it feels like a huge project is because I wasn't expecting to have to do it. When we bought the convent, I knew that the summers here are really lovely. During the hottest months of the year here, the average highs are 86 and the average low is 68. That is a really nice summertime temperature. It's very dry here in the summertime, so the temperatures really cool off at night, which means that you can get sleep even if it's hot during the day. When it's 68 degrees at night, you can just open the windows. We put in screens in every window. The walls of the convent, you can kind of see behind me, are stone, and they're 3 feet thick and more in some places. And so they keep the interiors really cool. It's like a stone cave inside in a lot of the interior spaces. And so I thought we weren't going to need air conditioning, but the last 2 summers have been unbelievably hot. Last summer, it was over 100 degrees Fahrenheit here every day for over 6 weeks in a row. And that is just too hot to not have air conditioning. And so all of a sudden, we had this huge new project thrust upon us. So we are going to put air conditioning into all 18 bedrooms and a few other spaces, but for the most part, we're just gonna do the bedrooms. I looked into the options and I thought, you know, if we have to install air conditioning, we'll get very efficient systems, and let's take the opportunity to improve the efficiency of the existing heating system, which is very inefficient and very expensive. We basically can't be here throughout the winter because it's so expensive to heat. And so we've got some really great efficient systems that we're going to be installing that do both heating and cooling. And so the air conditioning will also help us to kind of begin the process of getting off of the existing propane-based heating system. So there's a silver lining. And another reason why it feels like a huge project is because there's going to be a lot of dust, a lot of drilling through 3-foot thick stone walls, a lot of drilling, of chiseling tracks through the stone walls, a lot of dust, a lot of dirt, a lot of plaster. It's going to be kind of a crazy project, but I know that at the end of the day, this project will bring a lot of joy to many people for many years to come, that when spending time in such a glorious place, we'll be able to be comfortable. Now, for something completely different, while I'm standing here, I want to show you this on the right with the arch. That is our wood-fired oven. You access it through this amazing portal here. And I had never used it, but some friends visiting really want to give it a try. Unfortunately, Sanjay knows the proper technique for lighting it back up again after a long period of disuse. There's a nice big fire burning in there. Look how gorgeous. Well, the first adventure with the brick oven was a lot of fun, and I am feeling inspired to host a medieval banquet now. So I'm in the little courtyard next to the cloister in front of the villa, and we have a damp problem. This window here goes into the villa kitchen, and there is damp that's coming into the kitchen through the walls. And on the other side of this wall, we have a big set of drawers that holds all of the silverware and things for the kitchen, and then also the trash bins up against the wall. And behind the trash bins, the plaster is crumbling, and I can tell that behind the drawers, there's a damp problem there too. And we've been trying to figure out what's going on and how to fix it, because there is a drainage system right outside the wall here. You can see how at the kind of crease here where the wall meets the ground, there is some decay that could be allowing moisture in when it rains, moisture that's not going into the drain system. Here you can kind of see how the drain works. It's a massive drain, and it normally has this iron bucket on top of it with that grate on top of that. And so the water goes into the bucket here and overflows into the drain, and this essentially serves to keep debris out of the drain. And there's some question as to whether the issue is that the drain is no longer waterproof. And I don't know that we have an answer yet, but that could potentially be the source of the damp, or possibly it's coming in through the wall here. It kind of looks like it's definitely coming in through the wall here, and then there's a question as to whether it's also coming in through the drain. We are redoing the downspouts here. There's one here, and then there's one coming from this staircase down here, and neither of them were connected to these drains, so we're going to connect them to the drains. But then there's a bigger problem that's going on, which is that when it rains, there is a waterfall coming down this wall, and that probably is why there's we're having this degradation at the point where the wall meets the ground. out here because there's just a huge amount of water that tumbles down from the roof. This gutter here is not attached properly. The spot where the gutter meets the downspout just kind of falls down a little bit, and that makes the waterfall extremely intense, kind of near this corner, maybe near where you see that white patch in the pink plaster, where that patch of plaster has come off. That's where the worst of the waterfall situation is. We want to create a wall of jasmine along this fence here. This used to be a huge dog kennel, and we removed it, but we kept this bit of fence here. It's not particularly attractive, but we got these jasmine plants, and I can see this is also Rudy's platform for keeping guard, and I can see that Sanjay has taken the vines off of the stakes and spread them out along the fence. So we'll see how quickly they grow, but this will be a really fragrant and beautiful way to enter and park your car. On this terrace here, in this spot, there used to be a plant, maybe a tree, I don't know. And this area here, just the earth underneath it was different, and so it kind of became a sort of depression, and it was a little dangerous to walk on. And a lot of the stones along this wall were loose. So Giovanni and his crew yesterday put some new mortar on them so they'll stay now, and they flattened the stones here, so now you can walk on this beautiful terrace without fear of tripping. It rained this morning, but it's become a beautiful sunny day. I'm here in the cloister. Sanjay and Dinesh are taking apart the sort of makeshift greenhouse that we have in this corner of the cloister. We cover this opening with that clear plastic window and store the lemons during the winter time in there, and it becomes a sort of greenhouse. And then once the winter's over, take it out, and it rejoins the rest of the cloister. And they've been rolling out the lemon trees this morning. Look how many lemons we have. And here also now these two downspouts go all the way into the channel down below before they just dumped out on the ground near the grates there. So now these downspouts go directly into the channel below, and we will see if that helps alleviate the problem. I suspect that it won't be enough. And here is the next sign that the pool project is about to begin. This electrical panel has been delivered to provide power to the building site. And here is the pool team. We are setting out stakes and demarcating the outline of the pool on the terrace so that we can see exactly where the pool will go.
Chi lo mette il primo? Christopher, tocca a te. Bello, bravo.
Allez.
I thought it was ingenious how they used two fixed reference points on the terrace and two measuring tapes to create triangles to find the exact spot where each stake should go. It was trigonometry in action. If you look closely, you'll see this antique croquet stake that I put in the grass there, and another one over here when I was eyeballing where I thought the pool would be, and I was actually pretty close. Here you see Gabriele shoveling little bits of lime like on a soccer field to draw the outline of the pool. Gabriele is a real artisan, and I'm very lucky to have him as a builder and a friend and neighbor. He lives just down this hillside here. You might even be able to see his house in this shot. How amazing will it be when you're in this room and you go over to the window, and there's a huge pool down below you. Rudy and I are out for our evening walk, and climbing up the hill here onto the terrace, I see the stakes. In just a few months' time, when I'm standing right here, there will be a huge pool going all the way down the terrace, farther than you can even see, because the bush will be gone. So we've installed this new panel here at the cistern to help power the construction site here. This cistern cover is gonna go away. It's not a historical structure and it's pretty ugly. Rudy has found some kind of hole and he just is gonna disappear into the bush. Rudy, get out of there. Hey. That's not for you. It's gonna be a pretty spectacular spot for a pool. Coming up, I am thinking about doing a video where I talk about my plans for the renovation of my apartment. I am totally redecorating it. I have been doing some scale drawings and furniture layouts, so leave a comment, let me know if you think that would be interesting. Thank you so much for coming along on this journey with me. It is a pleasure making these videos, and I can't wait to make some more of them. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell to get notified when the next video is published. And ciao for now from Convento di San Giacomo.